It was the kind of morning where the air inside the grand lecture hall crackled with anticipation. Bright minds filled every seat, eager to tackle some of the toughest mathematical concepts known to man. Marcus, a young black student with a quiet confidence, stepped into this intimidating arena, aware of the skeptical eyes that followed him. His simple clothes and humble demeanor stood out among the elite crowd, and it wasn't long before whispers began among the professors. Whispers, tinged with doubt and underestimation. They saw him as an outsider, someone unlikely to keep pace with the rigorous course ahead. But Marcus was not just any student. Beneath his calm exterior was a remarkable intellect and a passion for numbers that far surpassed even the highest expectations. This was a moment that would challenge the arrogance of the professors and rewrite the narrative of brilliance. Early into the semester, as the lead professor introduced a notoriously difficult theorem, Marcus raised his hand with a question that startled many. The question wasn't just thoughtful, it was revolutionary, revealing a deep understanding that few had anticipated. Instead of being welcomed, his inquiry was met with thinly veiled contempt. The professor dismissed Marcus's curiosity as naive, even ridiculing him in front of the class. Laughter echoed around the room, aimed squarely at the student they presumed to be out of place. But Marcus stayed composed, letting their mockery fuel a quiet determination. He knew his moment would come, the moment when his intellect would speak louder than their doubts. The turning point arrived when the professors issued a challenge: solve an unsolved problem that had stumped even the brightest mathematicians. Many tried and failed, but Marcus stayed late into the night, refusing to give up. His approach was unconventional, blending creativity with rigorous logic. When he finally presented his solution, the lecture hall fell into stunned silence. His proof was elegant, groundbreaking, and utterly convincing. The lead professor, once so dismissive, found himself speechless as Marcus's work challenged long-held assumptions and opened new avenues for exploration. The room erupted with applause, and the professors had no choice but to acknowledge the brilliance they had so arrogantly doubted. Marcus's triumph was not just academic, it was personal and transformative. The professors began to engage with him as a respected scholar, inviting his insights and celebrating his achievements. Fellow students, inspired by his resilience and humility, rallied around him, breaking down the social and cultural barriers that had once isolated him. Marcus's journey became a beacon of hope, showing that brilliance transcends background, and that perseverance can shatter even the most entrenched prejudices. His story spread beyond the campus, inspiring countless others to believe in their potential despite societal doubts and challenges. Through the highs and lows, Marcus remained grounded, aware of the struggles that shaped him and the path that lay ahead. His journey was a testament to the power of intellect, resilience, and the courage to defy expectations. As he continued to excel, Marcus vowed to use his voice and talents to advocate for inclusivity and to mentor those who, like him, faced obstacles rooted in bias. His story was a vivid reminder that true genius cannot be confined by stereotypes, and that sometimes the most profound lessons come from the unlikeliest sources. This was not just a tale of academic success, but a powerful narrative about breaking barriers, embracing diversity, and celebrating the limitless potential within us all. As Marcus's reputation grew, so did the challenges he faced outside the classroom, where skepticism lingered despite his undeniable brilliance. Faculty members who once doubted him sometimes whispered behind his back, questioning whether his success was an anomaly or the result of favoritism. Marcus encountered social isolation and subtle biases that tested his resolve, but rather than retreat, he chose to confront these obstacles head-on, using every slight as motivation to prove not just his intellect but his worth as a person. His resilience began to inspire a quiet movement among students who related to his struggles, and slowly the campus culture began to shift, recognizing the value of diverse perspectives and the harm of ingrained prejudices. recognizing the need for support and advocacy, Marcus joined forces with a student group dedicated to promoting equity and inclusion in STEM fields. Together, they organized workshops, mentorship programs, and speaker events designed to uplift underrepresented students and provide them with resources to thrive. Marcus became a charismatic figure in this movement, balancing his rigorous academic commitments with activism and leadership. His ability to excel while pushing for systemic change made him a role model both on and off campus, proving that excellence and advocacy can go hand in hand. This dual role empowered Marcus to channel his experiences into meaningful action that benefited not only himself, but countless others. Alongside his activism, Marcus's academic work continued to break new ground. He collaborated with professors on research projects that tackled complex problems in applied mathematics, engineering innovative solutions with real-world impact. These projects earned recognition at conferences and in academic journals, elevating Marcus's profile nationally and internationally. Despite the growing spotlight, Marcus remained humble, attributing his success to perseverance and the mentors who believed in him. His story became a testament to the transformative power of opportunity, mentorship, and hard work, inspiring educational institutions to rethink how they identify and nurture talent from all backgrounds. The personal side of Marcus's journey was marked by the unwavering support of his family, whose sacrifices and encouragement fueled his determination. His parents had worked tirelessly to provide him with educational resources and a stable home environment, instilling values of integrity, discipline, and kindness. Marcus often spoke of their influence during speeches and interviews, emphasizing that his achievements were deeply rooted in a foundation of love and support. This acknowledgement humanized his story, reminding audiences that behind every success lies a network of encouragement and resilience that helps overcome adversity. As graduation approached, Marcus faced the pressure of deciding his future path, weighing opportunities in academia, industry, and public service. Offers poured in from prestigious institutions and companies eager to harness his talent, but Marcus remained focused on finding a role that aligned with his values and commitment to social impact. He chose to accept a position that combined research with community engagement, allowing him to continue his work while mentoring young students from marginalized communities. This decision underscored Marcus's belief that true success is measured not just by personal achievement, but by the positive difference one makes in the lives of others. Throughout his career, Marcus encountered moments of doubt and fatigue, common in the demanding world of high-level mathematics and activism, yet he consistently found strength in reflection, meditation, and the support of his peers and mentors. He openly shared these struggles in talks and writings, breaking down the stereotype of the infallible genius and showing that vulnerability and persistence coexist. This openness resonated widely, encouraging others to embrace their imperfections and keep striving despite setbacks, further cementing Marcus's role as a relatable and inspiring figure. Marcus's growing influence led him to international platforms where he advocated for diversity in STEM and education reform. He spoke at global conferences, collaborated with organizations focused on educational equity, and contributed to policy discussions aiming to dismantle systemic barriers. His voice added a powerful narrative to the global conversation, highlighting the urgent need for inclusive practices and equal access to quality education. Through these efforts, Marcus helped shape a vision of a more equitable future, where talent from all walks of life is recognized and nurtured. Back on campus, Marcus remained deeply connected to the next generation of students, establishing scholarship funds and tutoring programs designed to provide financial aid and academic support to promising but under-resourced youth. His hands-on involvement ensured these programs addressed real needs and empowered students to overcome challenges similar to those he had faced. Marcus's commitment to giving back exemplified his belief that knowledge and opportunity are gifts to be shared, and his legacy began taking root in the lives of those he helped uplift. As Marcus published groundbreaking research and received accolades, he never lost sight of the journey that brought him there, the initial doubt, the ridicule, and the eventual recognition. He often recounted the story of the elite professors who once mocked him, using it as a reminder that greatness can emerge from unexpected places when nurtured with patience and respect. This narrative became a cornerstone of his public speaking, inspiring countless young people to persevere despite societal doubts and biases, and urging educators to foster inclusive environments where every student's potential can shine. Looking forward, Marcus envisioned a world transformed by education, empathy, and inclusivity, a future where barriers based on race, background, or circumstance no longer limited dreams. He continued to advocate tirelessly for systemic change, partnering with policymakers, educators, and community leaders to build pathways that ensure equitable opportunities for all. Marcus's story, rich with triumphs and trials, became a beacon of hope and a call to action, reminding us that brilliance knows no bounds and that when given the chance, anyone can redefine the narrative and inspire generations to come. As Marcus continued to break barriers, he found himself invited to mentor younger students across various universities, where his presence alone challenged preconceived notions about who belongs in elite academic spaces. His mentorship extended beyond teaching formulas and theories. He focused on building confidence, encouraging resilience, and fostering a sense of belonging among students who often felt marginalized. Through one-on-one sessions, group workshops, and inspirational talks, Marcus became a catalyst for change, helping students rewrite their own stories and embrace their potential. His impact created a ripple effect, as many of those he mentored went on to achieve success in their fields, carrying forward his message of perseverance and inclusivity. Balancing his growing public profile with his academic work was no small feat, and Marcus often faced the pressure of being seen as a role model, sometimes struggling with the weight of expectations. Yet, he managed to remain grounded by surrounding himself with a supportive community of family, friends, and colleagues who reminded him of his humanity beyond achievements. Marcus openly discussed the challenges of navigating success while maintaining authenticity, using his platform to destigmatize mental health struggles and encourage others to seek help when needed. His vulnerability resonated deeply, breaking down barriers around discussing mental wellness in high-pressure environments. In addition to his academic pursuits, Marcus engaged in interdisciplinary research that connected mathematics with social sciences, exploring how data and algorithms could be used to address societal inequalities. His innovative projects attracted collaboration from experts worldwide, merging diverse fields to create solutions with tangible community benefits. This work highlighted Marcus's commitment to using his talents not just for personal advancement, but to make a meaningful difference in the world. His research became a beacon of how STEM disciplines can intersect with social justice to create positive change. Marcus's dedication to community outreach extended into technology education, where he worked to bridge the digital divide by organizing coding boot camps and math workshops for underserved youth. Recognizing that access to technology and quality education are critical to future success, Marcus advocated for equitable resource distribution and digital literacy initiatives. His programs not only taught technical skills, but also emphasized creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving, empowering participants to become innovators and leaders. This hands-on approach inspired many young people to pursue careers in STEM, diversifying the pipeline of talent and transforming lives. Throughout his career, Marcus remained mindful of the systemic challenges that continue to limit opportunities for many talented individuals, and he used his influence to advocate for policy changes at institutional and governmental levels. He collaborated with policymakers to develop strategies that promote diversity and inclusion in education, funding for minority students, and equitable hiring practices in academia and industry. Marcus's advocacy helped bring about scholarship, programs, mentorship initiatives, and inclusive curricula that better reflect the diverse populations they serve. His efforts underscored the belief that lasting change requires structural transformation alongside individual empowerment. Marcus's journey inspired a documentary project that followed his life from humble beginnings through his academic triumphs and advocacy work. The film highlighted not only his intellectual achievements, but also the personal struggles and social obstacles he overcame, painting a comprehensive portrait of resilience and hope. Premiering at film festivals and educational forums, the documentary sparked conversations about race, education, and opportunity, reaching audiences far beyond the academic community. It became a valuable tool for educators and activists, further amplifying Marcus's impact as a role model and change-maker. In his personal life, Marcus cultivated a rich balance between work and leisure, finding joy in hobbies such as music, hiking, and community volunteering. These activities provided him with much-needed respite and creative inspiration, fueling his intellectual pursuits with renewed energy and perspective. He often shared glimpses of this balance in interviews and social media, encouraging others to prioritize well-being alongside ambition. Marcus's holistic approach to life resonated with many, promoting a message that success is multifaceted and deeply personal. Looking back on his remarkable journey, Marcus often emphasized the importance of gratitude and humility. He credited his achievements to a constellation of mentors, family support, and moments of self-belief that carried him through challenges. He urged young people to embrace their unique paths and to understand that failure and rejection are not endpoints, but stepping stones toward growth. Marcus's story served as a powerful testament to the transformative power of education, persistence, and the courage to defy expectations, inspiring a generation to pursue their dreams with unwavering faith and determination. Marcus's growing influence led him to collaborate with international educational organizations focused on bridging gaps in STEM education worldwide. He traveled to underserved regions, speaking at conferences and workshops, sharing not only his mathematical expertise but also his personal journey of overcoming adversity. These experiences broadened his perspective and deepened his commitment to global educational equity. Marcus saw firsthand the transformative power of opportunity and sought to help shape policies that would open doors for talented students regardless of geography or background. His work abroad further established him as a global advocate for education and inclusion. As Marcus's research advanced, he began exploring the ethical implications of artificial intelligence and machine learning, fields that increasingly rely on mathematical models but also risk perpetuating bias. He became a vocal proponent of developing fair and transparent algorithms, urging the tech community to address disparities and avoid reinforcing systemic inequalities. Marcus published influential papers and spoke at industry panels, bridging the gap between mathematics, technology, and social justice. His leadership in this emerging area highlighted his unique ability to merge technical brilliance with moral responsibility. Despite his success, Marcus never forgot the power of grassroots support and community. He founded a nonprofit organization dedicated to mentoring high school students interested in STEM, providing scholarships, tutoring, and college prep resources. Through this organization, Marcus worked to dismantle barriers that had once impeded his own path, fostering an environment where young people felt empowered to pursue their passions without fear of discrimination. The organization's impact grew steadily, becoming a beacon of hope and a pipeline for diverse talent entering science and mathematics fields. Marcus's commitment to mentorship extended into his university, where he helped develop peer-led support networks for minority students in demanding STEM programs. These networks provided academic assistance, emotional support, and professional development, helping students navigate the challenges of rigorous study and cultural isolation. Marcus's role as a mentor was deeply personal, and he invested time and energy to create a nurturing community that celebrated diversity and resilience. His efforts contributed to higher retention and graduation rates among minority STEM students, proving the power of inclusive support systems. As the years passed, Marcus earned numerous accolades recognizing both his academic contributions and social impact. However, he remained focused on his mission rather than the recognition, emphasizing that awards were symbols of collective progress rather than personal achievement. Marcus used these platforms to amplify voices of other underrepresented scholars, shining light on their work and challenges. He believed that celebrating individual stories was essential for inspiring systemic change and fostering a culture where all talents could thrive. Marcus also engaged in policy advisory roles, consulting with government agencies on improving diversity in science and technology sectors. His insights helped shape national strategies aimed at increasing funding for minority students, promoting inclusive curricula, and combating discrimination in hiring and advancement. Marcus's blend of technical expertise and lived experience provided a unique perspective that informed policies with both rigor and empathy. His contributions helped pave the way for more equitable and representative STEM fields. Beyond academia and policy, Marcus became involved in storytelling initiatives, collaborating on books, documentaries, and podcasts that highlighted the experiences of minority scientists and mathematicians. He believed storytelling was a powerful tool for breaking stereotypes and building empathy, and he used media to reach broader audiences. These projects showcased not only the challenges but also the triumphs of underrepresented individuals in STEM, inspiring listeners and readers to reimagine who belongs in these fields. Marcus's impact was also felt in educational technology, where he contributed to developing accessible learning platforms tailored to diverse learning styles and needs. His work aimed to make high-quality STEM education available to students, regardless of location or socioeconomic status. By integrating adaptive learning technologies with culturally responsive content, Marcus helped create tools that fostered engagement and success for all learners. His innovations reflected his holistic approach to education, blending technology, equity, and pedagogy. On a personal note, Marcus maintained close relationships with family and friends who provided grounding and support throughout his journey. He often spoke about the importance of community and connection in sustaining motivation and balance. Marcus's story was not just one of intellectual achievement, but also of human resilience and the power of belonging. He encouraged young people to cultivate strong support networks and to seek mentors who believed in their potential, underscoring that success is rarely a solo endeavor. As Marcus looked to the future, he remained committed to a vision of STEM education and careers that were truly inclusive, diverse, and innovative. He planned to continue expanding his outreach, research, and advocacy, building bridges across disciplines and communities. Marcus believed that the next generation of scientists and mathematicians would be more representative and that their diverse perspectives would drive groundbreaking discoveries and solutions to global challenges. His story stood as a testament to the possibility of change when talent meets opportunity and when courage meets compassion. As Marcus's influence spread, he began hosting virtual seminars and interactive workshops aimed at demystifying complex mathematical concepts for students worldwide. Leveraging technology, he made high-level education accessible to those in remote or underserved areas, breaking down barriers that had once limited many from pursuing STEM careers. His approachable teaching style and genuine passion sparked enthusiasm among young learners, many of whom discovered new possibilities for their futures through his guidance. This digital outreach became a vital part of Marcus's mission, demonstrating how innovation and education can intersect to create lasting change. Marcus also worked closely with educators to develop curricula that incorporated diverse cultural perspectives, ensuring that STEM education was relevant and relatable to students from all backgrounds. He believed that when students see their cultures and experiences reflected in their studies, they are more likely to engage deeply and persist through challenges. By championing culturally responsive teaching, Marcus contributed to creating classrooms that were not only intellectually stimulating but also emotionally supportive, fostering environments where all students could thrive. Throughout his career, Marcus maintained a commitment to lifelong learning, often returning to study new mathematical theories and technologies to stay at the forefront of his field. This humility and curiosity set an example for others, showing that growth never stops, regardless of how much success one has achieved. Marcus encouraged students and professionals alike to embrace continuous learning as a source of empowerment and adaptability in a rapidly changing world, reinforcing the idea that knowledge is a journey rather than a destination. Marcus's story inspired a wave of mentorship programs across universities and communities where successful STEM professionals paired with young aspirants to